The lights go out and away we go in the British Grand Prix. It's an excellent start from Fabio Quartararo. He is past Viñales, he's past Miller, he's up to second place. Zarco is going to lead them through, but the other Frenchman, the championship leader, Fabio Quartararo, done exactly what he needed. And look at Alex Rins.
Yeah, Rins from where was he? Fifth row of the grid, was it? Fourth row of the grid, middle of the fourth row, yeah. And he's in fifth place already.
And he has seriously good pace, Alex Rins. Do not count him out. Maverick Viñales has suffered a little bit off the start. From second, drops back to sixth, ahead of his teammate, Aleix Espargaro. But down the hanger straight, Neil, it's Johan Zarco stretching out at the front from Fabio Quartararo. And then the two factory Ducatis in Miller and Bagnaia as Viñales fights back. Does he? No. Rins is able to turn in front of him at Stowe.
Oh, Rins round the outside. He's going to get the inside now into the loop. Here we go. Yeah,
and he's going to take Viñales. Great move, that one from Alex Rins. Around the outside through
brave,
farm.
very brave.
And into village, then hung in through the loop to make the overtaking manoeuvre stick. So it's Zarco leading from Quartararo, but a really good run from Quartararo down the Wellington straight. Miller even better still.
I tell you what though, that Yamaha's not slow, is it? It comes off the corners really well.
Especially corners like that at Aintree, where you're accelerating through the kink, through Luffield for the very first time. A long, long way to go in this race, but already Quartararo desperate to get past. What he wants to do here, Neil, is get to the front and try and open a gap as much as possible, so that when he takes the long lap penalty, which has now been announced on his dashboard, he's got 3 laps to do it, that he loses as little track position as possible. Here we go then, we're through Farm Curve. Remember, it's the loop in a couple of corners time. So this is Village, the next left-hander into the right. So the left-hander, and he'll have to go. Now look at how tight he goes into there, and he's alongside Zarco. He's done that perfectly. Now he mustn't touch the lines there. Oh, he just got very tight to it, but he rejoins. Oh, in front of Viñales. He has done that spot on there.
He has. He's done that in, let's work it out, just quickly, looking at where he was. I'd say he's done that in about a second.
So his last lap was a 1:59.593, so we'll get a good idea when he comes across the line just how much he's lost. But in terms of track position, he's ahead of Viñales. Rins looking for a way through on Miller. I will say, Miller,
Zarco!
Zarco has crashed out of the lead. I was saying that Miller was closing in on him. Zarco had just done a 2-minute 2. It's almost like on that previous lap there was a mistake, or his tyre just didn't feel right, because his pace was dropping, Miller was closing, and Zarco has crashed out for the 3rd time this weekend, and this time it's at Vale, and it's out of the lead.
I can't believe what it felt different this weekend. Yes, we've seen him make a few mistakes, but I don't know, it just seems he had such an advantage.
Here comes Rins. Alex Rins from 11th on the grid is going to lead the British Grand Prix. He's so good through there. Where Bagnaia didn't tough it out against him. Miller fights back. They are side by side down the Wellington straight, and the Ducati surely will have the edge.
I was going to say drag race, and there's only going to be one winner there, and it was the Ducati rider, Jack Miller.
Wow, that was a really good battle there through the loop. Rins tried to hang on in front of the Aussie, but he pulled it back then, Jack Miller, and took the lead back from Rins. And Johan Zarco, unfortunately, another chance of victory has gone for him.
It's easy to crash in here. He's wide, he's missed the apex, he's gone in too deep.
Rins maybe under pressure from Bagnaia thinks I have to move, mapping 2 the team tell him, and that means Rins will take over at the front. Not sure what mapping 2 would be, but he has taken over from Miller.
Yeah, at this point in the race, changing the mapping, you'd be pretty much full power mode right at the start of the race. But we know tyres you can burn a rear tyre out here so easily, so mapping 2 might be a little bit more user-friendly on that Michelin rear slick. Here we go. This is going to be the pass.
The run of Viñales on Quartararo. This is to help his teammate in the championship, and Viñales through at Stowe Corner. Can he get it stopped and turned? Yes, he does. So Viñales now up into 5th place. Here comes the Bagnaia Ducati train, and he has hit the turbo button, of course, which doesn't exist on a MotoGP bike, but it looked like it, didn't it?
I tell you what, he lined the corner up before, worked on his exit, got a great exit, and just used the power of that Ducati.
Now the question is, oh, Rins there really pushing hard to stick with Bagnaia through Vale. May affect him as he comes out of it. No, does well to bring it back round. I remember the race, that battle between himself and Marc Marquez, and it felt they were slipping and sliding all about, and it was who had a little bit of time at the end, and Rins did find something, didn't it?
Yeah, and it was right at the end.
It was drive through the final corner. Miller's looking lively here. Here he comes. It had to come because
that was a good pass.
Really good.
You know, he passed him so close there, Gav. He didn't give him the chance at all to get back.
And then what he did, Neil, was he switched to the inside to make sure the cutback often happens there, doesn't it? Through Village and the loop, and he covered it off.
Very, very clever riding.
So Miller up into second place.
Here comes Viñales
now. On the brakes, Rins hangs on in front of him. Second win coming from a couple of these riders, the old pals Miller and Viñales. Here comes Viñales, wants another podium, and he throws it in at Village. Rins tries to ride around the outside. Now he'll come for a cutback in the loop. Here we go. Can Rins go through? No. You can just see as he tries to apply the throttle.
He stood the bike up and said, go on then. And nothing happened. You could see
like he was on a skating rink, wasn't it? And because of that,
Martin.
Yeah, he just could do it perfectly. Rins was thinking about Viñales trying to get through. And as he tried to apply the throttle, perhaps earlier than he might, the bike slipping and sliding. And Martin goes, oh, I've got drive. Thank you. I'll come past. Thank you very much. Into fourth place. And here he comes again.
And that's the word though, Gav. He's fought, and that's what we've always needed to see from Maverick. He's going to be clever here. Yeah, hold him out there. Yeah, perfect.
It's the classic way to do it. Now, the question is, Jack Miller should get better drive through here. Should. But the Aprilia...
Aprilia's fast. It gets off the corners, it turns, it stops.
Yep, those sort of accelerating through those corners, and the Aprilia works superbly. It's planted, and Viñales is up into second. Now he's got Bagnaia to beat. Can Viñales make his dreams come true? A year ago, he didn't even come to the British Grand Prix. He and Yamaha went their separate ways. Jack Miller's rear tyre, you can see protesting as they come through Woodcock Corner with 2 laps remaining. He could be about to take his first victory on an Aprilia. He's got 0.6 of a second to close down on Pecco Bagnaia if he wants to do so, and repeat that victory he took for Suzuki back in 2016.
He's got the speed to do it, Gav. He can do that. Look already. Look how far already he's pulled away. He's already bridged the gap, or he's bridging the gap. There he comes.
Corners again into
wow!
Viñales takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. What a ride this is, but Bagnaia will have into the loop.
Oh, I thought he was going to block him.
Viñales just went a little bit deep. Maverick, you have another lap to go. Don't use all your cards now.
Yeah, don't show him too much.
Here we go, onto the Wellington
speed
straight.
Of Aprilia.
We're trying to go around the outside of Pecco Bagnaia, down towards Brooklands. But now Bagnaia knows he's in a race. Can't put a wheel wrong. He's on a warning from the stewards.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to have another last lap battle here at Silverstone. There have been so many of them over the years, whether it be Marquez Lorenzo, Marquez and Rins, Roberts and Sheen. They have come thick and fast over the years through Woodcock Corner. 1 lap to go in the British Grand Prix. Pecco Bagnaia wins the British Grand Prix for back-to-back victories in MotoGP. Viñales, his best result yet on an Aprilia. Jack Miller makes it a factory Ducati 1-3. Bastianini beat Martin to the line in the end. Oliveira beat Rins, and Fabio Quartararo just crossed the line ahead of Aleix Espargaro. Ducati are back in this championship because Fabio Quartararo only takes 8 points. Bagnaia takes 25. What a British Grand Prix.
Great race.
From 66 points down to 49, still with 8 rounds remaining, and we know that Ducati in these remaining rounds goes into
really
its
well.
own.
Yeah, we've got Austria next, which it's known as the Ducati track. So